Ultimate U Medical, Rosin speaking.
Hi, and welcome to Ultimate U Medical. I'm Dr. Kathleen Smith. I'd like to introduce you to some of the exciting procedures available to you here. To start with, let's talk about an exciting new way to manage pain, not utilizing a single narcotic or any addictive substances. It's called platelet-rich plasma, PRP for short, and it works. What we do is we draw your blood. Then we extract the platelets and the mesenchymal stem cells from the blood. Then we augment that natural healing response of these cells by up to 500-fold. This procedure works whether you've had pain for 30 years or 30 days.
I was preparing for the Nevada State bodybuilding competition and had a tear in the inner head in my hamstring. A few famous athletes had already got this procedure done, and it was fairly new, and I heard very good results with it, and I got actually pretty amazing results to where I was back in the gym in just 2 weeks after a hamstring tear. That's a very rapid recovery, and it's very simple and safe, and that's what really turned me onto it. It really promotes the natural healing process of your own cells, letting your own body and your own blood do the work.
I was in a car accident, and my foot was on the brake when we got hit. It caused a tear in my labrum of my right hip that ended up causing problems in my back to my lower discs, L5, L4, and S1 as well. So surgery was kind of out of the question due to finances and insurance and stuff like that. I figured, let's give PRP a shot. It had saved me from knee surgery, so I thought, why not save me from back and hip surgery as well? So as of right now, it's saved me from 3 surgeries, and today we're gonna go ahead and do the back. Where medicine is going is amazing. Instead of taking a chemical or something that they're not sure how your body's gonna react to it, everybody's got different reactions to different chemicals. They're taking something that's already inside your body. Your body's gonna react fine to it, it's already in there, and it's regenerating and fixing itself. I love it for a few reasons. First of all, it's your own body healing itself. I also really love the fact with PRP that it's not a Band-Aid fix. It's not covering up pain, it's fixing it. It's actually healing the problem instead of just putting a Band-Aid and masking the pain. It's pretty precise right about here, but it seems to go down like almost into my S1.
Okay,
And then up a little bit to the muscles.
let's do this one first. Did you feel that one?
Not at all. It's night and day. I feel the difference almost instantly from being in pain to within a week, 2 weeks later, I'd say 80% better. And then as time went on, it's, as good as new. I think probably better than what I've seen people get from actual having surgery.
So this last winter, skiing, I came off a jump and landed badly. I snapped my collarbone. Went to urgent care to have it checked out and got an x-ray. And sure enough, I had shattered my collarbone into about 5 pieces. I was told that surgery was required. I would take about 6 to 8 weeks. Most of that I would be off of work. I would be in a sling and have very limited mobility. And then another 6 to 8 weeks of physical therapy and rehab before I had full use of my arm again. Under the program with Dr. Smith, we did do the PRP injections once a week for 4 weeks. After 2.5 weeks, I had full mobility of my arm, and at 3.5 weeks, I was lifting weights with no pain and no restrictions. So it's been about 9 months. I have no issues whatsoever. Full recovery.
I was having some back problems and was in a lot of pain, and so I went to go see my family doctor, and after doing some x-rays, we decided that it was going to be time for me to have surgery with the bulging discs in my lower back. I realized that I did not want to have surgery. My parents had had surgery, my grandmother had had surgery, and neither of them were ever the same, so we opted for PRP. The very next day, I was able to exercise again. The result of using PRP was so amazing to see that my own body was repairing itself, and PRP is well worth the cost. You have your life and not be in pain and just smile and have a joyful life.
Some years ago, I was experiencing very severe neck pain and back pain. The neck pain also radiated down both arms, back pain radiating down both legs. At that time, I was diagnosed using MRI with herniated discs. I went through conservative treatment, anti-inflammatories, prednisone, physical therapy, and it was okay for a while. I was able to tolerate the pain. Starting about a year and a half ago, the pain came back very severe. And it was just getting very depressing. I just couldn't do my regular needed and enjoyable activities. So I told Dr. Smith's son, John, what I was experiencing, and he mentioned PRP therapy. And at first I thought, maybe it was just a fad or wouldn't really work. And then I looked it up, did some research, and I found that it was FDA approved, and the results, for the most part, were very satisfactory. I had the back done first, and the procedure was approximately 10 to 15 minutes long. And in about 9 to 10 days, I had no more back pain. As far as the back was concerned, I felt like I was 18 years old again. I've gone back to my regular activities. Then about 2 weeks later, I had the neck done. No more pain. No more pain anywhere, no more radiation of the pain. I really couldn't believe it. If it didn't happen to me, I wouldn't believe it.
Estaba pasando por un dolor muy fuerte en mi columna debido a un accidente que había tenido. No podía caminar, sentía bastante dolor y no podía ni dormir bien por el dolor tan intenso que tenía. No podía hacer nada de trabajo porque no podía mover, no podía caminar. Estuve mucho tiempo fuera de trabajo. Absolutamente muy buen tratamiento. Inmediatamente me cortó el dolor y volví a mi trabajo enseguida, a los 2-3 días. Muy bien, no me ha vuelto el dolor después del tratamiento de PRP.
Now I'd like to introduce you to our hormone replacement therapy. This is a program where we balance all your hormones. We find any deficiencies and correct them, always maintaining the normal physiologic ranges of these hormones. We check you every 6 months, and in doing so can prevent the harmful effects of overuse of hormones. If you're experiencing excessive fatigue, loss of memory, problems with your mood, depression, sleep patterns that are irregular, loss of libido, weight gain, these are all signs of hormone imbalance and can be corrected. I'd like to introduce you to John, who can tell you about his experience with hormone balancing.
I've been a professional dancer for 20 years now, and I work with guys 10 years younger than me, and I was having trouble with my energy and keeping my body the way it needs to be. So I came in and met with Dr. Smith. I got blood work done, and she prescribed testosterone for me. The results have been great. My energy's up, my body's back to where it needs to be, and yeah, it's overall been great.
In fact, the overall quality of your life, the energy you feel, and the lifespan you live are all increased by 20% with hormone replacement therapy. In patients with arthritis, whether it be rheumatoid arthritis or osteoarthritis, PRP in many cases can either halt the progression of the arthritis or in some cases reverse the deterioration caused by this. Please meet Bruce, who will share with you his experience.
Good morning. Thanks for coming. Can I bring you a cup of coffee?
Yes.
Okay. Working at the restaurant, everything is hands. You're doing everything with your hand, especially your right hand. Here we go. Oh, you're welcome. Thanks for sharing your day with me. The pain not only affects your hand, but it affects everything that you do. Just two of you?
Yeah, he should be here soon.
I was so sore and stiff. Couldn't raise my arms up. Couldn't do any of this. The carrying, my finger was so bad. This was so swollen. You just touch it. Now look at that. Got everything that I needed to keep it working, keep me working. I love it. I had 2 injections, and the procedure was painless. There was some discomfort for the first day because there's a lot of fluid that is put in there. But after the first day, it was perfect. Hello, buddy. There we go. There you go. Okay, ready? You can see for yourself that the hand works freely. It's strong. I can use it again. I work here all the time, work at the restaurant all the time, and having the strength return to it, have it free of pain, have it move freely. Boy, I couldn't compliment Dr. Smith enough for what she's done for me. This has returned my life to me.
In some patients who've had extensive work done, such as hip and knee replacements, we're able to introduce amniotic stem cells with the PRP, and in that case, rebuild their cartilage, tendons, and ligaments. Here's Eric, who's had this procedure done.
I should have listened to my mother and never played football. I played football all through youth, from Little League football all the way through college, and just tore up my knee and tore up my knee and tore up my knee years and years and years, till finally it just became a point of bone-on-bone deterioration. I had over 25 arthroscopic surgeries on my knee before my first knee replacement. The first replacement didn't take. The bones were left twisted instead of straight up and down. So I spent a year in agony. A year later, they replaced it with my second replacement, and I got a staph infection from that. Then I had a third replacement. The third replacement lasted 3 or 4 years and became loose in the bone. So every step I took, the prosthetic was just rattling around. Then I had the fourth replacement. Now, the fourth replacement has been in for about 3.5, maybe 4 years now. But because of all of the trauma to my knee, the ligaments and the tendons were just totally shot. So my next question is, okay, then what is my solution? How do I get out of pain? And they said, easy, we cut your leg off. They were talking about an above-the-knee amputation. And I was seriously considering it. My quality of life had deteriorated to the point where I could no longer do any of the things that I really enjoy doing. I did some research on the internet, and something popped up regarding stem cells. And when I did Stem Cell Las Vegas, you popped up.
When Eric first came to me, I could tell he was dealing with a lot of fear and a lot of anxiety. He had just been given the diagnosis that another surgery might entail amputation of his leg above the knee. This was quite frightening to him. He had researched a lot of different programs and wanted to know what we might be able to do for him.
You explained the difference between just doing regular PRP with stem cell or PRP stem cell and adding amniotic stem cells to it, and what the difference would be. And as I understand it, as I understand the way you explained it to me, by adding the amniotic stem cells, it increased the price a little bit. However, it also increased the healing power by 500%. So after much consideration, I figured, what have I got to lose? You told me it would be 6 months before I really felt any difference. That wasn't true. It was about 3 months, and I started to feel a difference. The swelling started to go down, and it's been about 9 months now, and I would have to say the ligaments and tendons have regenerated right in the 85 to 90% range. I no longer use a cane. Okay, before the treatment on my knee, whenever I wanted to play with Henry here, I had to do it standing up or sitting in my chair because I could never get let down like this. I couldn't bend my knees like this. I had to keep my knee straight out if I did get on the floor. There was no way that I could sit like this. There was no way that I could get up on my knees like this. And there was certainly no way that I could stand up like that, because the pain was absolutely excruciating. So one of the ways it's changed things, made my dog a lot happier.
We're pushing the frontiers of PRP medicine utilizing stem cells, and the new technologies that we are advancing here are very rewarding when we see results such as Eric's.
The quality of life, if I was a dog, they would have put me down by now, before this. But the quality of life has just changed so much because of the stem cells, and I have no one to thank more for it than you. You are just, as far as I'm concerned, a wonder worker.
I'm very proud of the work we do at Ultima U Medical. Thank you for coming in. I do look forward to meeting you.